All right, so I'm very excited to bring you this video. This is the fifth technique in the anti-anxiety toolkit, and this focuses on your physiology once more. The reason I like these so much is because they're such a easy and quick way to override your system and to shift into the rest and digest state. So this technique I'm about to introduce is based on the research and the idea and the principle that we have two brains. We have a left brain and a right brain for me. I feel like it might be reversed, but it's connected with the corpus callosum, which is a membrane where they can basically, where they're plugged in together, and that's how they communicate. So, anxiety, especially generalized anxiety, I can't use these words, but habitual anxiety, whatever that might be, is a habituated circuit in the brain. And this habituated circuit in the brain is primarily in the right hemisphere when it comes to generalized anxiety. The reason why is because the right brain is a very expansive and spatial, relational. It looks at the big picture and connects the dots. So it's more prone to depression, whereas the left brain is very focused on the here, so it's very manic. It's like, right? And the right brain is very global, like, oh, everything is the worst. So when the right brain is being overactive and everything is like this thing, right? That's when we put up a roadblock. And the roadblock we put up in this scenario, see what we're trying to do. Earlier I was talking about the amygdala hijack, right? So you have your prefrontal cortex. This is where all of this lies, right? And your access to it is here. So in that moment when this is going on over there, it's pulling your blood flow to your amygdala and taking over here. What I'm talking about now is this imbalance where the blood flow is in one hemisphere or the other. So what we can think about now is balancing it not only this way front to back, but also left to right so we can be centered. Does that make sense? I think that's a really cool way to look at it. This technique makes it so it balances the left and right. And what happens is, what we do is we do bilateral stimulation, right? This is bilateral stimulation. You want to pick something up, engage it with your hand, and then you want to pass it across your midline. Now what you're doing is, because the right brain is in charge of the left side of your body, and the left brain is in charge of the right side of your body, by beginning to move this cup back and forth across your midline, what you're starting to do is realign and redistribute that blood flow between both sides. And so the left brain can become engaged and come online, and the right brain can begin to balance and relax and kind of start feeling fine. And when you let that happen and relax and let it flow, then I'd just like to ask people, what are you noticing now that you didn't know? And that's bilateral stimulation.